Chosen ones, empaths. You see, we've encountered the dark side. We've encountered the narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths. And mainly, it's in a loving relationship setting or a family dynamic. Why it afflicts us with so much pain. But the one mistake we made, all of us collectively, as a group of survivors, we made one crucial mistake. And that mistake is we didn't protect our energy. We didn't know. That's the thing. We didn't actually know what we was dealing with. We didn't realize we was dealing with energy vampires. But there's one blessing that takes place from encountering an energy vampire, whether in a family dynamic or a relationship partner or whatnot. Not so much friends, not so much workplace, but we'll get into that later on in the video. The blessing is we now see with spiritual glasses. We now have these spiritual glasses in place, and as empaths, it's all about energy. Everything in the world, E equals MC squared. Everything is energy, okay? And as empaths, we're very, what's the word? We're very prone to be afflicted with negative energy, negative people. It can actually cause us pain in our bodies. It can actually cause us pain if we don't guard ourselves and protect ourselves and protect our energy and our aura in the right way. You know, we need to have a bulletproof aura about us. I know what some of you will probably say, how can you have a bulletproof? It's just a figure of speech. I just meant we need to be untouchable. We need to have that spiritual shield to deflect off any energy vampires that come our way. And we have to have these spiritual glasses on going forward. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But by us having this shield, spiritual glasses, this bulletproof aura, we'll be able to protect ourselves going forward from these energy vampires. Now, all of us, you know, some of us work, some of us don't. Some of us have them in our families. Some of us have them in our friendships. There's no time for it, you know. If you've got some rampant narcissistic boss at work, some psychopath boss, because let's face it, most of society is ran by these psychopaths and toxic individuals. These presidents, prime ministers, world leaders. These types of people are narcissists, are psychopaths. They've got great determination to try and get into positions of power to exploit people. That's their driving force. That is their driving force. You know, they come on TV and they smile and they wave at the crowd and then they hug a baby, and it's all a mask. It's all a mask. It's the same thing. We need to protect our energy from these people too, you know. Like when you're watching the news, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. A lot of these facts and statistics are manipulated and actually made by narcissists. They put this stuff, this hurtful stuff on TV to affect our emotions. To be honest with you, I'll admit something as an empath, right? I have to protect my energy from the stuff I see on the news. I have to protect my energy from the stuff I read in the paper. I don't really watch TV, but you know what I mean. Even now I do, because even on the internet, there's news videos and stuff like that, and I'll check that out. Because it really damages our spirit. Honestly, it takes us on an emotional roller coaster when we see suffering in the world. So I'm not saying don't be empathetic and don't care for the people in the world, but I'm saying that a lot of the stuff they put on TV is purposely put there to disturb your spirit. So you need to protect your energy in that aspect too. We need to build up this shield of armor We need to build up this shield. We need to have these spiritual glasses on, and we need to use discernment and see exactly how this is a calculated plan by the TV industry or news industry, news outlets, to corrupt our being, to corrupt our state of peace. You know, everything is energy, but there's also a frequency, and we need to try and align with our frequency of happiness, of ecstasy, of, you know, because even ecstasy, I know ecstasy is a drug, right? Or that's what they call it in England, right? But ecstasy is actually a state of being. So the drug is named after the state of being. And there's a frequency you can align with where you're in ecstasy. There's different frequencies we align with. And as empaths, we're often subject to mental health issues because of the trauma we've been through. Some of us will find ourselves going into certain mental health issues from dealing with these individuals. There's a lot of people in the mental health world, in psych wards and mental hospitals. And yes, some of them are too far gone now, but a lot of them are in there through abuse they experienced. It pushes them over the edge. And hopefully, God willing, there's a way back for them, you know, because everyone can make it and everyone can make a turnaround. But my point of being is, if we protect our energy, we won't be subject to our mental health deteriorating. We won't be subject to this pain and trauma. This, you know, because we've dealt with one narcissist or one psychopath or sociopath. We've dealt with one in our lives. We've got no time to deal with anyone else. And if a guy at work is talking to you crazy like shit, you need to tell him about himself and cut them off quick, you know. If some boss is trying to tell you about yourself and try, you know, I've got a motto at my when I was working in construction. Sorry to go off topic, but I hope you understand the gist of it. In construction, they're like slave drivers, right? They're like slave drivers. That's the way I put it. Like, you get jobs, right? And they're paying you for a day rate, yeah? So they're paying you for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever. They're paying you for a day, okay? And they expect you to run around like a blue-ass fly. But there's also something in construction called price work, where you're paid per meter that you install, or you're paid per piece of equipment you install. You're paid per unit, you know? So theoretically, if everything's to do with money and they're paying me to do my job, then they should pay me price work if they want me to run around like a blue-ass fly. If they want me to work really quickly, work really fast, then they should pay me in price work, you know? So therefore, if I only install 5 a day, then I only get paid for 5 a day. But if I install 10, then I get paid for 10. And if I install, you know what I'm saying? You get where I'm going? But what I seem to face at work is I seem to face a lot of, not even supervisors or managers, a lot of colleagues, right? Trying to tell me, work quicker. And I end up getting in arguments with these people. Like, I end up telling them, listen, you're a little job's worth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to work super quick if they're not paying me to work super quick? They're paying me to do a good job. Some of this construction work is actually life-saving because I work in electrics, right? And you need to be careful when you're working with electricity. It's not a joke. Like, it can kill you. Plus, it can kill others. If you do something wrong in what you install, it could potentially kill someone else. So it's not that kind of job where I believe that you need to rush around. And I believe someone who is a decent electrician would agree with me on that. So any electricians maybe are out there listening. But even in construction work, whether it's plumbing, you might flood someone's house, or you might cause some problem, or you're dealing with gas, then you might cause a problem in gas. Or even if you're building brickwork, or whatever type of construction industry you're in, you need to take your time. Even if you're a painter and decorator, like, you need to do a good job because the client is going to live with that for however long, you know? So I know I've gone off topic, but just understand what I'm trying to say. We face these people at work that drain our spirit, like the jobs I've been in. And the thing is, People in the jobs target empaths because of your energy. They try to target you. And these lot are energy vampires as well. Because look at that, like someone at work's done something like that. It hasn't happened recently or anything like that, because I've taken a break from it at the moment. But I'm just trying to say, like, it's caused me enough energy shift for me to even mention it in this video to create a scenario for you. But hopefully it can help some people out, because none of us deserve to be putting through any unfortunate pain at work or family life or anything like that. You know, if there's some narcissist or toxic individual in your family, you need to tell them about themselves and then go ghost, you know, and then cut them off. Like, it's just how it is. I know it's troublesome. Try to be patient. Like, if the family member's done too much, because we all experience different problems, but if the family member's done too much, then obviously cut them off. But, you know, the way I am with family, I don't like to be toxic and try to tell you to cut away from your family and isolate yourselves, because we all need family, yeah? We don't all need family. We don't actually all need it, to be honest with you. We don't actually need it. We can stand alone and be strong. But I'm trying to say, I don't want to send out the wrong message, like I'm trying to tell you to get negative tendencies towards family, and maybe they haven't even done too much. But at least the way that I operate is, if I see something toxic in someone, I kind of know what someone's about, and I set my boundaries, and they know I know what they are. But I'll carry on like normal. You know, I'll carry on like normal. But if they try to corrupt my energy, or they try to tell me about something, I'll tell them and stick them in their place. That's the way I operate, you know. Because sometimes family members have children, and we've got bonds with those children. And I don't want to be out of the lives of the children of the family members that I'm talking about. So, you know, because only the child is going to suffer. And realistically, if I'm around, I can actually have a better influence on that child than a family member and stuff like that, you know. It's like if you're ex-narcissist, for example, you've got children with them, you know, you can protect your energy, but sometimes you have to endure some stuff. But that's why I say have the shield in place, have the discernment in place, have the spiritual glasses on, and you can do your bit for your child on one side. I know you're meant to be co-parenting, but realistically it's the empath carrying the whole workload and the whole weight load. And it's the same in the workplace as well. A lot of people, you know, they don't appreciate what you do. People won't appreciate you for what you do, whether it's family, work, relationship. They won't appreciate what you do until you stop doing it, right? They won't appreciate what you do till you stop doing it. But protect your energy, protect the negative spirits, because, like, they're trying to make you not know your value. But you're valuable. You bring a lot to the table, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's a relationship. You bring a lot to work. But we can't leave our heart exposed to let people in these situations corrupt it. So please, people, please, have the shield in place, spiritual glasses on, and imagine a bubble, imagine a shield or a bubble around you, and use that as something to protect you. So someone comes up to you at work and says something, you think, brace yourself and think, this person is nothing to me. I'm going to utter a couple of words and put them in their place. Family member, distant family member, someone comes and says something troubling to you, don't resonate on it. Don't ruminate about it, I should say. Tell them about themselves. Say, listen, such and such, da-da-da-da-da. Put them in a place. And this actually protects your energy, because the next time they feel like they can come around you, because I know a lot of you are good at your speech, when they come around you, they'll second guess themselves. Same at work. Someone comes to say something to you at work, they'll second guess themselves even coming around to you and say something like that again, right? And I remember a scenario when I was very young, but I was a young empath. I didn't know I wasn't awakened yet. And a manager, I remember I found a customer's credit card, and I left the trolley somewhere, and the manager come, who left this trolley? I said, look, I found someone's credit card, so I handed it into reception. But the way I said it, basically, he built up a whole vendetta against me because he actually called me a cancer and I need to be cut out of the company because basically I had an influence on staff members and the way that I was being because of my energy. And this is what I'm saying. You lot have a powerful presence too. I'm not saying I'm the biggest person in the room, strongest person in the room, but I have a powerful presence, and all of you lot have that powerful presence too. And it's only these toxic bosses, these toxic relationships, these toxic people in the family circle, toxic friends that try to make you not realize your value and try to make you stay stuck, right? So instead of going recluse, because, you know, it's good to spend time alone, but I'm not recluse. Instead of going inwardly and harming yourself, challenge these people outwardly with your shield, with your spiritual glasses. Call them out on their BS, straight up. Call them out on it, put them in their place and keep it moving. You know, you don't have to get physical with them, but just put them in their place and protect your energy at all costs, because you're the prize. You're the person with divine energy about you, divine light, spiritual light, right? And let's just use this spiritual discernment, these spiritual glasses, this shield to protect our energy and keep moving forward. So anyway, this is the message for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate every single one of you. If you do want more narcissistic content, I do have another channel in the description box. That's my main channel. I started this one up as a healing for people and just a different outlook to give us a balance of content. So it's not just predominantly focused on narcissism. But this channel will touch on other areas of life and stuff like that. And any ideas, please put them in the comment section. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please press the like and subscribe button, and if you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the details in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session as well, you can find the details in the description box. Anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.